What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So there are plenty of things to watch today as a bunch of new things came out, like the Uncharted movie, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the new Cuphead show. But for right now, we're starting with Severance, a new television show that dropped today on Apple TV+. The first two new episodes directed by Ben Stiller. And this will be a spoiler-free review, but then if I continue covering the rest of these episodes, those will be spoiler recaps and we'll dissect it. So before I go into this, please make sure you like this video if you guys have been enjoying it. Please subscribe if you're new. But let's talk about my thoughts on the first two episodes of Severance. So Severance is a pretty mysterious story so far. Like I said, this will be spoiler free, so I don't want to give away too many details, but it's pretty much, just think of it as like The Office. It's about corporate life, but instead of it being funny, it's more mysterious, creepy, has like this Twilight Zone, Black Mirror feel to it. It seems like his life is divided into two parts. He has his work life, where it's like a whole different life, where he has whole different memories. And then once he gets out of work, he puts into it his real life, where they call themselves like the Audis, like that's like your Audi version. And that's his real life self, but he doesn't remember anything that happened at work. And it's like, I thought at first it was like an allegory for like purgatory and stuff like that. It's not really that. It's a little bit more basic. It's pretty much just what I told you. It's just like separate life. This is a real job in the real world. And he's able to take a job where he forgets his memory for like 8 hours of the day, right? So obviously this could be a big theme of just like corporate life in general. Everyone knows that the general concept of corporate life is very like this mundane, slow, boring type of feel, like you're put in front of a desk for 8 hours. This could easily just be a basic theme of like, yeah, corporate life sucks. But there's also a lot more at play here. Like I said, it does have some Twilight Zone, Black Mirror vibes to it. And what I mean by that is that obviously this job that he works at, there's more at play here. The people that, are the head of the company or his employers, they're doing something here. Like they don't even know like what they're doing at their job. Like they're just like moving numbers around. They have no idea like what they're actually doing. So there's plenty of like twists and shocks and reveals to be made about like what they're actually doing. Like how does they get these people to actually like forget their minds and they live two separate lives? Who's actually the head of all this? And then there's this mysterious character that comes at the end of episode 2. He brings a lot of questions. So there's definitely a lot of intriguement here. My main problem with this show is that it is a little bit slow. In the beginning, it does feel a little bit quick. We get thrown into this world, we're trying to figure stuff out. It's pretty interesting. But at some point, I didn't know if the show wanted to feel slow and robotic or if it was just a problem of like bad writing. Like I said, corporate life, it could feel robotic, could feel slow, and maybe that's what it's supposed to feel like. It's supposed to like emulate that same sort of feelings that this main character is going through. But then once they even get out of like the corporate life and we're even put into like the Audi world, the dialogue still felt off. It still felt really slow with the pacing. Always intriguing. I was always sort of interested in what's going on, but it didn't really have me hooked like I wanted to. And one notable thing I want to mention is that the cast is pretty good. We have Adam Scott, who I most know him from his Step Brothers, right? We have Christopher Walken in here, Christopher Walken is my favorite actor of all time. He shows up in episode 2. I thought that was great. John Turturro is in here. Everyone knows him from like Big Lebowski. He's been in plenty of other things. The Night of, a great limited series. And so I enjoy the cast. They're not really a problem. Adam Scott does pretty good here. But the main focus here isn't about, the acting performances or anything. It's about the story, the core of the story, where is it going. And I think it does have the formula to set up to be an interesting story. I'm just not fully on board with it yet. It's not as deep or as crazy as I thought it was in the very beginning. It does feel a little bit more basic, like nothing that we haven't really seen before. Nowadays, there's a lot of shows like this coming out where you're just trying to figure stuff out. It's like this mysterious, creepy sort of element to it. It's not that creepy. It doesn't feel that mysterious. But like I said, it's just the first two episodes. They drop a lot of hints at you, that make you want to ask more questions, that make you want to know more. So that's good in the show for doing that. So the first episode was good. I'd probably give that one like a 3 out of 5. And then the second episode was more of the same, so I gave it the same rating. So my overall rating for these two episodes is a 3 out of 5. It's slow, but it's interesting. It's not something that I could just totally recommend someone. Like I'm not going to go out there and be like, yo, you have to watch Severance. Like it's creepy, it's cool. Like you're going to want to watch this. I'm just not there yet. It could get there, as we get more answers and we figure stuff out. But these first two episodes just didn't really do too much for me. Like I said, I just wasn't all there for me. It's like something's off about it. And but there's interest. Like at the end of every episode, I was like, okay, I want to know more about this business, this character, like why did he take this job? What's really going on here? Like what are they actually doing? So it all comes down to like if these answers are going to be worth it. Are the answers, to these big revelations that are sure to come worth the slow pacing, the not really being too invested? That's what it all comes down to. So let me know what you guys think of Severance so far. If you guys have checked it out, if you plan on checking it out, let me know. But that is pretty much it. If I plan on covering the next episode, like I said, that will be a spoiler review. I'll recap the whole thing. We'll talk about it. So that's pretty much it. So if you guys enjoyed this, please make sure to like it. Please subscribe if you're new. But I'll see you on the next video. Have a great rest of the day.